Alright, ready to record? Now just to think of a clever intro. So we're back here with some more Let's Play Platinum. In the last part, we got here to the resort area, and look, my sprite goes outside the wall. Haha, I'm glitching the game, that's so awesome. And in this part, we are going to explore this new area, the resort area we've come to, because it's a cool place. And yes, Pokemon are fantastic. I don't know why I talked to you, but I felt like it. So yes, the resort area is a very cool place. There's some really interesting things you can do here. I think this guy is really to note right here. He says, nobody will do something lurks in the resort area. It's the hidden ruler of the area. Have you not believed me? If you whip out your super rod and go fishing, you'll catch a mind-blowing ruler. Huh, super rod, eh? Well, let's try it. Let's see if we can figure out what he's talking about. Let's try using our super rod in here, which is cool. So, we're gonna break out our super rod and see if we can catch something. I don't think I've ever shown. Actually, yes, I have shown fishing in the game when I caught Magikarp. Duh. So yeah, let's see what he's talking about. Apparently, there's some ruler here. Just a magic. Holy crap! It's a level 42 Magikarp. That's a thing. So, yeah, in this fishing water, you can catch anything up to level 100 Magikarp. Why? I don't know, but that's what you can do there. Anywhere between 1 and 100 Magikarp you can find here. Why? Again, I'm not exactly sure the reason for this. So this is the Ribbon Syndicate. This is only for members only. Only for members only. So yeah, we try to come in and they won't let us come in. They're gonna like sniff us and stuff and be like, apologize, exclude establishment. Only a select few may enter a special stage, cream of the crop. You want to enter, I suggest you collecting lots of ribbons. So yeah. Maybe I'll show this place off, but I think you have to get like 10 ribbons on one Pokemon for this to be legitimate, and I really don't have much ribbons on things in general, so I need to turn up my music. It's not loud enough. Oh, whatever. I think Torterra has a decent enough number of ribbons I've picked up randomly, because, you know. Now it's too loud. Ugh. Adjusting that audio. Okay, that's perfect. I got effort ribbon, by the way. I just went to see if it had max EVs, and he does. And you do get a ribbon for beating the Sinnoh Elite Four, so there's that ribbon. And I got this footprint ribbon from that guy, and like, I don't know, he's near Pastoria, I think. He gives you a ribbon for that. It's kind of weird. Yeah, so they all have Sinnoh Champ ribbons, which is pretty cool. And Gyarados and Pangea do have max EVs now. Togekiss, Houndoom, and Magnezone do not, though. So that's it. There isn't really much here. I think what's most to note is this area right here. You go here. Psst, hey, traveler. Yes, you want to have this villa? A free house? Wait, no. It's not what you're thinking. There's no scam, see? In fact, you'll be doing me a favor. See, I was given this villa, but to be honest, I don't need it either. Just say the word, just nod, and this villa is yours. So we're getting a free house, 100% free. Okay, I'll take it, sure. Phew, that's a lot off my mind. The original owner was from Hoenn, eh? The collector of rare stones of Sinnoh went back home. You like stones, I can see. Somehow got saddled up with this place and here's his gift, figuring how rich folks think of next. And I'll thank you. Thanks for wrapping up. Well, coming out, will ya? So yeah, we have a pool and everything. This is boss. Not too shabby. I have to reach your stuff inside and look inside. As you can see, it isn't much of a place. Furniture goes by this place. You have to buy it yourself. Yeah. So yes, this is our house, our villa. It's like probably one of the most interesting features in this game. Hey, Chad! You can check out my new crib. Hey, Tyler, you got yourself a villa now. Aw, yeah, woohoo. Wicked awesome. You must be rich. Give me something. No, I'm not rich. Yeah, you find me like hundreds of millions of dollars, so. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tell everyone to go to this villa. You're gonna tell everyone to go inside my house. It's my house. Just because I can go inside of everybody's house, it doesn't mean you can go in my house. But apparently, that's not how it works. So, this is the villa. Yes, we have our own home now, which is really, really awesome. I think it was a really cool idea. Just a nice little post-game thing. We have a house and berries that grow outside and everything, and it's just cool and whatnot. But in general, it's just this place serves no real purpose for anything in the game except just to kind of have it. But what you can do, since you probably have a lot of money in this game, is you can buy stuff, and you can just buy furniture, which are ridiculously as expensive as you can see. But you know, you can buy stuff, have it installed, and your house will get bigger. I have bought everything here before. It's a pretty cool place once you're able to afford and buy all this stuff. It actually becomes a pretty cool crib. So it does get a lot cooler looking the more stuff you buy. So hey, Dawn, that's still stupendous. Don't worry, you and I have some taste. Ain't she just gonna stay in here? Okay, fine. Go to your own house. This is my house. I'm 10 years old and I own a villa. That is just boss. So that's literally everything you're doing here in the resort area. It's just really just another flying spot. There isn't truly much to do here. That's literally everything you could possibly do here. So we're just gonna be heading out now to the final route of the game. Route. Here we go. I think I spit in the microphone again. I apologize if I did. Another show the route number. 230. 30. I don't have surf. That's kind of embarrassing. There we go. Be surfing now. So that's cool. So yeah, final route of the game. It's a water route. I'm not a big fan of water routes, as you can probably tell. No one really is, but it's the final route of the game that I haven't explored yet, so it's kind of a special thing. You know, it's not really a small route. There's some fishermen here. Fishermen. Swimmers, whatever. Swimmers, fishermen, same thing. It's kind of a short route, and oh, look, you found me. Whatever, I might as well just show this. And I don't even know why. Last part, I was, like, having trouble talking about things, because I could just talk about whatever national Pokemon they use. Like, hey, there's Octillery. Octillery was introduced in the second generation as a decent special attacker. Isn't that great for competitive use, but there's some pretty interesting moves like Octazooka and whatnot, but Octillery is kind of cool. It's an octopus Pokemon. I think they could have done a better octopus Pokemon. I hope they make another octopus guy. Octillery is pretty cool, but, you know, it's not amazingly cool. Get that camera to be just perfect, and it never is. I hate that. Poliwhirl from the first generation. Water fighting type, pretty interesting. Go into Togekiss, because low level and whatnot. I could just sweep you out with my Pangea, but I don't feel like it, so. After this, I think we're gonna do the Battle Frontier a little bit. Oh, it's Poliwhirl, not Poliwrath. Lame. I thought you were the part fighting one. Of course, there's a 5% chance to miss, so. My luck. My luck just overflows sometime in this game. It just shows how unfairly lucky I am. And man, to the left of me right now, I have my other DS and it has black in it right now, and I'm currently working on my Gibble. I'm going for 431s. I already have one with 431s, but I want to get like 2 or 3 that have 431 so I can check the defense stats, since that's the only stat that's not going to be locked in for 31. So yeah, I just had to take a break from breeding that because I've been doing that all night, and I feel like just recording now, and to be honest, I'm just gonna here's a little island thing we catch the Pokemon. I think most notably you can catch Pidgey here, because I remember I did use a Pidgey in my first platinum playthrough of this game, retardedly enough. Or was it Pearl? Actually, it was Pearl I used Pidgey in. It was Pearl I used Pidgey, and there's an Ultra Ball hidden there. It's kind of obvious. More rock smashing, because they know, again, they expect you to have all your HMs at all times, which is just stupid. I hate HMs. Blue Shard here, again, more move turtle stuff, and I don't know. At this point in the game, we're kind of just running out of stuff to get in general. I didn't find that much when I went back on the routes that I missed. In fact, I didn't think I missed any items in general, so that's a thing. Here is a Rip Candy. More free levels will be very useful later on in this game, because we are coming down to the stretch. Like I said, we only have 5 legendaries left to capture, and they are kind of grouped together into 2 clumps, so yeah, we're really running out of ground here in terms of stuff to cover, and Pokemon are getting up there in levels. I will be showing most of the battleground fights. What I'm going to do for those, I'm probably just going to do them like in classic order, so I'm kind of waiting for Roark to show up there, and then I'll probably show those off at like random points in time. And now we've made a full loop. We're back here in the fight area, not the flight area. I always call this place the flight. I've been calling this place the flight area for the past like 3 years, and I gotta start calling it the fight area. Fight, not flight. So that's it. We have made a full loop, and now we've explored the entire battle zone. That is pretty much everything to do. That's pretty much every area you can explore here in Platinum. So it's kind of a sad moment in that regard. So with that, did I ever get the item from this guy? I don't. I'm gonna check right now. Whenever I go to new places and stuff, this is before. I got whatever that was. I remember the guy gives you something. I don't remember. And I think there's a hidden item around here as well, but I'm way too lazy to try to find it. Even though, while I'm saying I'm way too lazy to try to find it, I'm trying to find it, so how counterproductive is that? So I guess we only have a few more things to do. I guess we might as well go after some of those legendaries. I wonder why I sound unenthusiastic and unexcited. Man, I don't have any flyers on me. One sec. You know what? Looking at it, I really feel like I should just save that for one part, because the reason I'm dreading it is actually you'll see, but I think what we're going to do now is actually we're going to explore the battle. I think we're going to do the battle frontier. It's maybe a little bit of a weird decision on my part, but I'm going to do some of this now, because I'm going to try to cover this as best of my abilities. So we have the 5 facilities. I explained them all before. I think I'll start with the battle roulette, or the battle... I keep calling it battle roulette. That's the Japanese name. I never even played the Japanese games. but yet I still instinctively call it Battle Roulette. It's a weird habit that I need to stop. Battle Arcade! So, I already explained the rules of this place. I'm just gonna kind of maybe just talk over the first fight and just keep going through steps till I get to the final lady girl of death. And I just spoil the frontier brains a lady. I don't care. So let's see, who am I gonna use? I don't know. Try to find a decent core working on here. I can go with Firewater Grass. I think that would be the simplest idea. Just go FWG there. FWG. I kind of want to use Magnezone. The Magnezone is going to be very good since it has good stats. Okay, let's go with Magnet. Actually, let's lead with Gyarados because Intimidate. Magnezone works well with Gyarados because they cover each other's weaknesses near perfectly. And let's go with Togekiss. Why not? Alright. Yes, I want to save the game. A lot of data. What did I seriously do in this part to make it say saving a lot of data? Nothing. Stupid camera, stop sucking. I'm gonna bring this thing back a little bit awkwardly while it's saving the game and me talking over the saving because not being a part of the system. Not gonna be a part of the system. Right this way, please. Going through here. All these people watching us fight, which is kind of cool, and it shows up our team on that cool little screen there, which I think was a neat little touch. Hold on for your Pokemon are gone, so that's why I didn't really worry about that stuff, because you can get held items and stuff too. As you can see, in general, the Battle Frontier, when you're playing like the first couple sets of 7, they're gonna have like NFEs like you see right there, so it's really not that big of a deal. In terms of like challenge for the first little bit. This is why I'm not going to be showing the earlier fights except for this one because I feel like it. So the way this works is there's this roulette thing, there's a little button on the touchscreen, you try to stop it, and whatever happens happens. The color corresponds to what happens. So the thunder thing means paralyze. That weird I don't know, that key looking thing I think is burn, and those other things mean you get berries. Now the key thing isn't burn, that fire is burn, duh. Either way you can kind of tell what they do, and if you don't do it for a while it stops automatically like that, and that means poison. And so my entire team will start off being poisoned. Because my Magnezone is Steel-type, it obviously will not be poisoned. That's going to be a small disadvantage for me. So the key of this is to try to get, you know, an advantage for yourself. Which it's pretty easy. It's actually, if you get used to the roulette, it's kind of easy to just get good stuff for yourself all the time. So all your Pokemon, like I stated before, will be downgraded to level 50. Will not be upgraded though. So if you do have stuff under level 50, I'd recommend leveling them up to 50 before you come here. It isn't like the black and white one where they do get leveled up to 50. So Waterfall easily takes off the Onix, because it's an Onix, even though it has tons of defense. It's really not much to back it up in terms of HP stats, and they gave it terrible attack because they wanted you to... I'm pretty sure when they first made Onix in Generation 1, it had way more attack, but then they had to decrease the attack when they were going to make it for the first gym, because that'd be kind of broken, because... honestly, how does that giant thing only have 45 attack? That's not how life works. Anorith is a fossil Pokemon introduced in the 3rd generation. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. Evolves into Armaldo pretty late. It's a bug rock type, which is pretty interesting. So, yeah, again, it's a bug type, so it's kind of, I don't know, a bug type. So yeah, sets of 7 here. I believe after each set of 7 you get 2 BP from this place. I'm not sure. I will check as we get to the end. I don't know if I'm going to speed through this, or if I'm just going to just cut it away in general, because it is a lot of fighting, and even speeding through it may be a little bit lame, but at the same time, I kind of want to show myself beating it at the same time, so I haven't decided yet, and that was just a sweep through. The poison really didn't play a big deal. As you can see, I think, is it regular poison or badly poison? I don't know if he stated, and I wasn't really paying attention to how much it was decreasing. I guess I'll show it up on screen. Whether it was regular poison, and again, they do heal you. That green guy with the beret, like, I'm gonna heal you now, because I got magical powers. And then you move on to the next one. As you can see, there's like a little light up there with the yellow that shows what specific facility you're in, so it's kind of cool. Why am I still talking through these fights? I don't know, I feel like I can, so... I guess we'll be cutting it away now. Let's see what I can get for this one. So, let's try to get nothing, because nothing is cool. Nothing is that weird thing with the circle-y thing. I timed this perfectly. It's so hard to do it with the camera in my way. Ah, it's the delay. Either way, all my people get berries though, so that's cool. Citrus berries, I believe. Asper berries, which I believe block freeze, which is kind of useless, but... So I guess we shall speed through, starting now. Okay! I'm kind of cutting in here for a few reasons. One, this is the 7th battle. As you can see, the Pokemon are slightly always a little bit better on the 7th battle, but they do kind of tone back down when you reach the 2nd set. Secondly, all my Pokemon got paralyzed because my last thing actually hit the thing that randomizes the board, so there's no way for you to stop it on anything you remotely want. So this may be not as easy as it could be, so I'm just going to kind of cut in here because it's maybe a little bit tough because all my guys are kind of slow. Let's DD here first because I'm not really scared of much Vigoroth can do after the pursuit, and I'm sorry for that random noise. So yeah, just DD up, get some more attack. That speed's not going to be that useful since I don't think I'll be able to outspeed anything after it. But Gyarados has pretty much gone through this entire battle arcade by herself. It's craziness. I don't even think Gyarados took any damage. I remember like last battle that Poliwhirl lived a hit and went for double slap and then it missed, and I thought that was kind of funny because I was not aware of that point. That double hit couldn't miss. There goes counter, which will do double the damage of HP that I did to it, meaning that Gyarados is down for the count. This does not bode well for our heroes. I'm losing now, so take that with a grain of salt. I know he used to have a Magmar, so I know Magnus was not going to like that much. I'm going to go for Thing, and I know that Horse Spear can kick it out. I don't know why he went for Encore, so I didn't go for a move yet, but I'm probably just going for Ancient Power just for the small chance of getting the infamous everything boost that I always try to get in this Let's Play, but I'm still not too worried about me actually losing, but it could happen. Here's a Perugly, which is, you know, Mars' Pokemon, so it sucks in general. Oh, Attract, they're so smart. And I get Parahaxed. Of course, 25% chance, it's always going to happen for me. Don't even get to take advantage of the AI's stupidity. I could switch here since probably really can't learn anything to deal much to Magnezone, but I want to see how much pain attack. That was a crit. Oh, wow. And now you can see why. This is the only thing that's going to make this really hard for me, at least the first couple sets. But oh god, my luck is just abysmal. I crit him back, which may have mattered. I don't know. I don't remember Perugly season stats off the top of my head. Magmar could be a problem if I don't get any power damage off with Air Slash, but other than that, this looks like a big game. Mach Punch. I always forget this thing learns Mach Punch. It's pretty cool. Aim before crit. I mean, not crit. I meant to say aim before Parahax. They can get it though, so that's cool. So Air Slash should be a 2KO, and I win the game no matter what, unless you get another crit, or you go for Fire Punch, which should kill me. I'm gonna say it's gonna kill me. Yeah, it's gonna take me out. But there's not really much. Magmar may have the super effective stab, but I doubt I can take out Magnezone. So this is gonna be the match, and it's gonna be a good game. And he went for the Mach Punch. I'm pretty sure you were faster, dude. Please don't get a Parahax here, because that would really suck. Okay, good. And that's the 7th match done. So I think what I'm gonna do here instead, just because those matches were kind of boring in general, because I kind of just ran through everything, I'm probably gonna cut out the 2nd battle and like maybe the first half of the 3rd set. And I never even got to use my Asper Berries, like they're useful anyways. No, I don't want. Yeah, after the 7th match, you can save the battle, but if you lose, you can save the battle, but anything. And this 2 BP, get to hear that awesome BP getting music. So yeah, that 2 BP can't really buy much yet. So I'm gonna cut out all the 2nd set and like a majority of the 3rd set. I want to kind of cut in the middle of it just so you can see some harder, more difficult battles before I fight the Frontier Brain. So I'm not going to. So I'm just gonna cut ahead. So see y'all in a bit. I didn't know there was one that boosts your levels. That's kind of cool. Okay, I guess I'm gonna cut in here. This seems like a decent place. Part 5 got too much of the arcade later person thing. So this is where the game kind of it's getting a little bit difficult. You're either using like actually fully evolved Pokemon. What a plot twist! The thing I've noticed most about my team is that it does have an electric weakness, and by electric weakness I do have Magnezone. Magnezone has nothing to like neutral. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get the timing there, perfect. It has nothing to neutral any electric types, since it only has Flash Cannon and Thunderbolt, so electric types have been a real bane of this team, because Togekiss and Gyarados are both weak to it, so that's been a problem. Specifically, Electabuzz I've had a little bit of problems with a couple of times, so Electabuzz has always been a bane in my existence in, like, battles, how I'm remembering back in the day, so that's kind of interesting that it's being annoying now, too, so I got the HP one, just cuts the HP by, that looks like a 4th, maybe it's a little bit less than a 4th. It looks like in between a 4th and an 8th, actually. It looks like some weird number, like, I don't know. I don't think Waterfall would take it out. Another thing I forgot to mention about these, oh wow, barely lives. Defense Crow, that's so useful. Another thing I forgot to mention about these battles is that it is set instead of shift, meaning that when you can't choose another Pokemon to switch out, it's just kind of like competitive play. So you know they just send something out. You can't really switch before they get to switch. So see the relicanth just comes out. I can't choose to switch something out. So yeah. But yeah, it's still not that tough. I mean, I've had some close calls. Actually, one game I actually did get the everything boost on Togekiss, which is big. Generally, I've been having my usual bad luck with these battles, but you know, nothing too terrible. Like I'd get the confused hacks with Water Pulse or something, and you know that's just something that's gonna happen to me because I just predicted that right there. But that's just something that would happen to me, and I'm just completely used to it. So yeah. I'm trying to think of any times where anything really bad. I think, yeah, one time I did get Parahats like 5 times in a row, but it really didn't matter, so... In the sense that I really didn't need the thing that was getting Parax. I think it was Magnezone got Parax like literally like 5 times in a row. The thing that I was fighting was a Perugly, which also got Paraxed a bunch as well. So we got like, there was like 3 times where it was like double Paraxes, which is crazy. But yeah, that was the thing that happened. Nothing else that was really that memorable. Just a set of 21, you know. This match has actually been pretty easy, and it's kind of sad, so I can't talk about stuff about it. Yeah, Hitmonlee goes down. GG. I've got my timing with the roulette pretty decently. I'm actually surprised that I was able to get the timing with that one right, since it's kind of hard to get, the timing right up when you're looking at it on the delayed screen on the computer. After you're recording, I could look at the actual screen down here, but I don't know. Game 6, last one before the final-ish. Not really. Eradicate, Solrock, and a Kolava. Also, you can use a team preview to your advantage a lot, since you're really able to scout what's going to be a threat and what's going to be more useful. Let's see. Let's try to get HP lower again, since, you know, it seems to be a simple thing I can just get. Make things a little less bulky. This match shouldn't be a problem. Gyarados can sweep through everything, actually, so... I could just set up a DD and then sweep the team, so... Yeah. Again, we got Eradicate here, which is pretty cool. It's the, you know, Bidoof from the first generation. Actually, there was actually a guy I was playing on Black and White that was pretty awesome, because he had 5 Pokemon, and they were the Rattatas of every single generation. And I thought that was really cool. So he had a Patrat, he had a Bidoof, he had a Zigzagoon, a Sentret, and a... what's the last thing? Rattata. The pre-evolved form of this Pokemon. So that was really cool. I thought that was really awesome. So they find really cool teams in the what's it called? Those domes in Black and White, which is really neat. You can find some really neat stuff. So I always got love there. It's a great place to grind, which is what I'd use it for mainly. Well, the really only useful thing is, I mean, it's the only place you can re-battle anyone in that game other than the Elite Four, which you've always been able to re-battle since the first generation of Pokemon. So it's not that notable, but I'm gonna be sweeping this team, and then we'll get to the final. Hopefully, I won't lose. Hopefully, I won't choke, because you know, if I lose a battle against the final, I have to do this all over again. Whoops! Hit the mic. That is so embarrassing. Now this is gonna be like this loud click thing. It's probably like super loud, and that's lame. But whatever. Kolava, quick attack will do little, and then you shall die to my waterfall. So I didn't get a berry this round through. When you get berries, by the way, it does carry over to the next battle, and will continuously carry over. And if you get berry when you have a berry, the berry will be upgraded into something generally better. It starts off with an Asper berry, moves up to a cherry berry, then I think it goes through all the cycles. Eventually, you can get something as good as a lum berry, I believe, which will cure any status ailment, which would be pretty useful. But it is time. Yes, heal my Pokemon. You're gonna need it for this fight. We'll see. Congratulations, trainer. In recognition of your outstanding skill, our Frontier Brain is demanding a match with you. Demanding. Our next match will against the Arcade Star. No ifs or buts. No ands? Just no ifs or buts. There's no ands. That's weird. Are you ready? Next game's game number? Okay, I don't have to read that part. It's cool. Come on! Go back to the audience. Gee, I wonder which one it is. It's totally not the one just surrounding. There she is. She thinks she's so cool, spinning around. Look at that, spinning around, and spinning around. Dahlia. No need to worry. Let's chance what it does. Like surprises the game board, life goes through twists and turns. No need to worry. The thing is, goes the way they do. But enough. I know one thing is certain. I've arrived here not merely because of luck. Let's not waste any time. I wish to test your skills against myself. Without further ado, let's activate the game board. All right. Her team is pretty interesting. Like most Frontier Brains, they usually do have general strategy going on, so it will be decently tough in terms of that. In terms of regular trainer, again, she usually has a team, and she has 2 different teams depending on if I do go for the full print. Haven't decided yet. Just that the first prints are kind of easy to get, so that's why I know I'm doing these. But As you can see, versus Dahlia! We've got this really awesome Frontier Braid music. I'm gonna turn this up because I really love this theme as well. Glad to hear awesome music. So she's gonna lead it off with her Medicham. I believe her lead is randomized depending on pretty much just random. This time she leads off with Medicham, Fake Out, Zen Headbutt, Endure, and Reversal. This thing's main strategy is going to be to get hit, and then get down to it. The main strategy is gonna be to endure, get down to 1 hit point, then activate a Select Berry, which will increase its speed by 1 stage, which will make it pretty dangerous because make out Medicham with +1 and Zen Headbutt will do lots of damage to pretty much anything. So to counter this, I'm just going to T-Wave it because I know it's eventually going to want to endure, and if it endures, after it is paralyzed, the Slack Berry is not going to matter as much, so that's my general idea here, since its only good fighting move won't really do much when it's at full HP, because Reverse only does more damage depending on how low you are. When you're at 1 hit point, it will do 200 base power, so Magazone is really nothing to fear here. He's going to go for the T-Bolt. It should bring it down to 0. It should kill it. I'm not sure. Medicham's pretty frail. Nope. Gets a Zen Headbutt off. Kind of annoying, but the Intimidate buffered by Gyarados won't make it that big of a threat. I love this music. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit. I love this theme. She endured there, which is kind of big whoop, really, so Medicham is now defeated. Off to a pretty good start here. She's now going into Ludicolo. This thing has Razor Leaf, Waterfall, Drain Punch, and Swords Dance, so its general strategy is going to be to Swords Dance. Sweep, pretty much. To note about stuff in the Battle Tower in general is that things that can have different abilities. There's no guarantee of what ability it will have. So this thing could have Swift Swim or Range This. There's really no way to tell. All Pokemon in Battle Frontier are like this. So let's say, like, for example, Bronzong is probably the best example. You'll never know if it has Levitate or Heat Proof. It's just random. There's no way to tell. It's always randomized. So you will get things like Breelooms with Toxic Orb that have effects for sometimes. So that's pretty interesting. So keep that in mind. So yeah, this thing's ability isn't fun. This thing, and interestingly enough, has a Power Band equipped to it, which is odd. Swords Dance is there as I set up my own little bit of attack. After +1, I'm pretty sure Ice Vanish 2 at KO. Barely, that's so close. Now he's at +3 now, so don't think Razor Leaf will win at KO just because of its disappointing base power. So I'm pretty safe here, even if Ice Fang doesn't kill. But it does, so that's down. Our last is going to be a Dust Noir, Shadow Punch, Trick Room, Will-O-Wisp, Fling. This thing is a pretty interesting Pokemon. It will burn you, which can be really detrimental since it can pretty much hamper your physical attackers. It's really bulky, as I said before in the bio, so this can be pretty annoying. It doesn't have that great of a move pool. It does have Fling Iron Ball combination, so it can do tons of damage to things. It does have Trick Room, so it can set that up and then go first next turn, which can be a little bit of annoying, but even though he burns me here, she's not really that big of a threat. But Dust Noir can be annoying if it does get a Trick Room up, since it is very bulky, and does have, like, I think, decent attack as well, so it can deal all decent damage with Shadow Punch and Fling, but its move pool isn't that diverse. Like, it gets walled by Steels, for instance, so Dust Noir, not too much to worry about. Like, Shadow Punch is not going to do too much to Gyarados. Like, look at that. It did a decent chunk, but still not that big of a whoop. So, with that is Arcade Star Dahlia. She is black, and I don't know if maybe she's Indian. I don't know. You're very good at your Pokemon. My Pokemon had a good time, too. How fabulous of you. I love your Pokemon stolen through. In turn, your Pokemon believed in you. That is why I've handled everything and thought so splendidly. And most wonderfully, victory it was. And she walks away. Because that's who she is. No battle. I don't really need it. And you get 20 BP every time you defeat a person, arcade person Majigger. And the items are returned if there were any, which there weren't. Congratulations on Honor's victory venue. This commander print. The silver print was according to our VS recorder. That is a silver print of the Battle Arcade. And with that, I think that is more than enough for one episode. So, with a pretty long episode done, we are done the Battle Arcade for now. I'm going to show us the print, which will be in the VS recorder, which is a weird place to put it, but that's where it is, so Not what Seeker. Where's the recorder? They both have BS in it. They're both first things. Hey, it's green, just like my one in black and white. That's interesting. Is it default green? I don't know what the default color is. There it is. That's cool. So next time on Pokemon Platinum, we are going to, I don't know, maybe take on some more Frontier Brains, catch some more legendaries, and generally just finish up this little game, because we pretty much have not much to do in this game left. So whatever we do next, we shall do it next. And I will see you guys then.